These are some of the most terrifying horror stories that happened inside schools during lockdowns. Real events that turned classrooms and hallways into places of fear.
It was a normal Friday afternoon in calculus class. The week was almost over. Spring break was just ahead and the atmosphere was light. Students were laughing, playing online quiz games with their teacher, until the loudspeaker crackled. The dean's voice came through, frantic. "This is not a drill! Go into lockdown!" Instantly, the classroom shifted from laughter to panic. Lights off, doors locked. Students huddled in silence. And then came the screams. A man's voice echoed through the hallway, deranged, violent, screaming threats at the top of his lungs. "I'll kill all of you!" He slammed lockers, he pounded on doors, and then he found theirs. Terrified, the students clutched each other as the pounding grew louder. One girl screamed, giving away their position. The man's fists rattled the door handle. He was trying to get in. Minutes felt like hours. Then, silence. He walked away. Relief swept over the room. But later they learned the horrifying truth. That same man had attacked a woman at the front desk. A janitor eventually found him asleep in a storage closet. And in his pocket was a loaded .44 Magnum revolver. The worst part, by the time police arrived, he had vanished. To this day, the students never learned if he was caught. For them, the cruelest part isn't what happened that day, but knowing that man might still be out there. It was an overcast October day in middle school. Students were eating lunch when 4 loud booms shook the air. Some thought it was thunder. Others thought it was gunfire. Panic erupted. Security rushed in, herding hundreds of kids into the multi-purpose room. Curtains were drawn across the glass walls. Teachers guarded every exit. Whispers spread like wildfire. One boy returned with the truth. A man living just across the street had barricaded himself inside his home. He was armed. He was threatening to kill himself and any police who tried to stop him. And worse, he was a registered sex offender. The school remained in lockdown for hours, children crying in fear, staring at the covered glass where danger lurked just outside. Later, a student revealed something even darker. On Halloween, she had seen the same man at his window, slicing his own arm open, writing on the glass with blood, "Don't come here or I'll kill you." At the time, she thought it was a Halloween prank. But now, it was all too real. The standoff eventually ended, but for the students, the horror didn't, because the man still lived right there, just across the street, watching. For one young man, a fresh out of college job at his old high school seemed like a dream. He worked in the computer office, deep in the basement. But that basement would soon become a trap. One afternoon, during lunch, his phone rang.
"We're on lockdown. Possible armed intruder."
He turned off the lights, sat in silence, and waited. Then, footsteps. Someone entered the basement. Hiding under his desk, he saw the figure. A man in a red plaid shirt and hat. The stranger whispered, "It's okay. I'm just hiding with you. Is there an exit down here?" The intern hesitated. Something felt wrong. Then his phone buzzed with a message. "Dude, this is insane. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs." The blood drained from his face. He looked up at the man and realized the truth. He was staring at the shooter. Panic set in. He bolted for the stairs. A deafening gunshot echoed through the basement. The bullet missed by inches. Police caught the man at the exit. The teacher, Mr. Buckley, survived his injuries. But the intern, he'll never forget the sound of that gunshot. The memory of nearly dying will echo forever.
These were 3 real school lockdown stories. Each one a reminder that horror doesn't just live in movies. Sometimes it walks through the very doors we think keep us safe.